Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever it is in your country. Are you guys there? Yeah, I'm gonna start earlier today, 5 minutes earlier because sometimes I'm late, like 5 minutes late. So why not catching up with my past mistakes? All right, so we're gonna wait for people to come in the chat so we can start talking. I see already few people in the chat. Hello, everybody. Say hi to us. Welcome, welcome. Tell us your name and where are you from, or where are you watching from? Let us know in the chat so we can give you a shout. All right, so we're gonna wait for a few more people to come and before we start talking. So, as you all know, the show is for the people and by the people. The title means nothing, okay? Because most of the time, you guys are going to take the debate to the direction you want it to be. So it's not about me. I wanted to talk about Frank Lampard press conference, and he was kind of angry and defensive. I wanted also to talk about Fikayo Tomori. It's official. Right now, it could be already announced because this morning he was already in Milan, had his medical. So we don't know if he passed his medical or not, but I am sure he's going to pass the medical. And Fikayo is a Milan player until the end of the season, and they have the decision to make. They have an option to buy for 25 million, which I don't really think is a good money for us. For somebody like Tomori, we should get more than 40 million, and that's just my biased opinion. But it is what it is. I don't make decisions. So I wanted to know what you guys think about Fikayo Tomori, and do you see him back at Chelsea one day, or it's over? Because now people are talking about Upamecano, the club kind of have other ideas about what they should do. So I think this is it. I think Tomori is gone, man, which is a disappointment in the personal level. But what can I do? How is it going, brother? Yeah, man. As you can tell, I don't have any energy and all that. I'll keep on fighting for the players, for the manager, for the club, and look what they're doing to me. They're getting money. I'm getting nothing. I'm just getting insulted for defending them. Life is too complicated, man. This guy is asking. Michael is asking Tomori if Tomori is going on loan or what. It's a loan with an option to buy. So that means if they are happy about him, or they are happy with him, if he performs good on loan, they can activate the option to buy him. So it's out of our hands right now, to be honest with you. If the reports, are true, that means we have no control, We have no control. He's gone. If they decide to sign him, okay, people, you want to come and talk to us, you feel free to do so. I don't have any energy today, I'm so, yeah. And another news going on now, well, it's not even a news, it's just the same information recycling again. Chelsea considering to move for Haaland and Jude Bellingham. Well, it's not the first time. Like I said, this is the old news that just keep on coming. Bellingham, before even he moved to Dortmund, Chelsea were looking at him. He was 16 at the time. He's 17 now, I think. And I'm not sure about him. Do we really need another midfielder? Another 17 years old midfielder? Well, we have, Loftus-Cheek, you have Gallagher, you have Lewis Bates, you have even Andren who can play in the midfield. You have so many of them. What about Kai Havertz? Mason Mount, I can go. The list is so packed. So I don't believe on this Bellingham connection. And Haaland, it's gonna depend on many factors before we get him. Barcelona, Real Madrid, and other teams are coming for him. If we don't qualify for the Champions League, I don't know if he's gonna accept to come and play in the Europa League with Chelsea, or maybe because he likes Frank Lampard, but Frank Lampard probably won't be there by that time. So there are so many factors that will play before even start thinking about Haaland. So, but hey, we need to keep the business going. So we need to say something about transfer that might not even happen. It's giving me even something to talk about. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to complain about it, but hey, I'm not selling you dreams. Okay, let's say. Okay, so Mr. Cute, we can't hear you. You've been through, I put you through more than 15 times. It's always the same thing. So I don't know if I'm going to put you through again. Because nobody can hear you and you're going to take like 5 minutes. Hello, we can't hear you. You don't say anything. So it's just a mess. Chelsea never learned the lesson. Yeah, but I can answer some of your questions, Mr. Cute. Do you think Christensen will get new contract? I hope not, because I want him out. I don't make decisions. Now Tomori is gone, and Christensen give him a new contract for what? What he's doing in the team to deserve a new contract? Sell him. Get somebody else. Somebody who doesn't show any energy on the field. Even if you are a bad player, but if you can show some fight on the field, I will keep you. But yeah. Okay. So I have past. Okay, so let's say Lampard. Yeah, Lampard looked very angry and defensive today because people just been asking him some stupid questions, pushing over and over to get some kind of answer. What you want him to say? He said that he's not in control of anything. Okay, he's a Chelsea Football Club. He knew when he took the job this is gonna be pressure. So people. Chelsea never learned the lesson about Tomori. I agree with you. All right. Hello. Hey, bro.
Hey, bro. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
You seem like a person who's really lost all his energy, mate.
Yeah. It's just I'm drained. Man, it's sad. How's it going?
Yeah, not bad. Just a bit disappointed with the Tomori news, to be honest with you. I saw your video you put out, and big up to you sending out the video to us about Tomori arriving in Italy at the airport, being talked to by all the by the small press that were there to greet him.
Yeah.
Yeah, disappointed really. I mean, this to me, I mean, I have to be honest and say it outright. This to me looks like a Thomas Tuchel appointment is happening, bro. Do you know that? It looks very much likely that's going to happen, or if not him, another the other gentleman manager that we're linked with. Is it Radrick? It's one of the two anyway, because I think with the links to Upper Meccano as well. It could even be a Nagelsmann as well that could be coming in. With Tomori going with an option to buy, I actually always thought it was actually going to be more of a loan move, and then he comes back. But from the money, from the reports I've seen, and from what I've been reading, it looks like he's only going to get what 30 million they're going to pay for him, which I think is for a player of his age and for him being actually an England international. I think it's ridiculous. I think we're going down. We're going to be doing the mistake of Kevin De Bruyne again. As your colleague Isaac, as Isaac has just put in his comments there, we just never learn our lesson, do we? It's another situation with Tomori, mate. If he ends up going full time, and the thing of all is Paolo Maldini. Listen, we all know Paolo Maldini is right, one of the best centre backs in the world for me, one of my favourites as well. I mean, if he's going out recommending him to Milan and is coming out and speaking high volumes of him, what does that tell you? He sees this kid. Maybe he sees his kid when he was a kid, sees the same attributes. And I think this is going to be the same situation with Tomori. I mean, they were linked with Rudiger Milan before. I think in the summer for a loan move. Why we didn't accept him instead going there rather than? But it just tells you with Rudiger staying, it looks like we're going to end up probably getting either Thomas Tuchel or Nagelsmann or Radrick, one of the three coming in the if not now in the summer.
Because they want to keep Germans.
They want to keep the German players at the team. Yeah, that's how I'm looking at the situation.
Yeah, I respect that. Bro. It's very, very sad. What can I do? There's nothing I can do about it. I don't make decision. But how much power Frank Lampard has when it comes to selling players? Because if Tuchel and other German coach is coming and we still believing in Frank Lampard, so what the point here? Can you see what I'm saying?
I think what the situation is I think between you and me, I think we both know Lampard would have preferred to have kept Tomori rather than Christensen at the football club. Christensen's actually been forced upon him because what's happened is when Christensen first came to Chelsea, there was a lot of raves about him saying he could be our next John Terry. And I think they even done when he first came to the football club, they actually showed John Terry meeting him at the training ground, taking him around the ground, showing him all around. They thought, okay, that's going to be the next big thing coming now. We've got our next John Terry when he retires, and they've obviously stuck by that principle. And he's obviously stayed. But I have to say, if you're asking me to say him or John Terry, he's nowhere near John Terry's levels. Nowhere knows yet, and I don't think. I think if anything, I can see Tomori being more on those levels than him, basically, because he's a guy who's come through our ranks. He knows what it will be like to wear the Chelsea badge. He'll know going forward what we're going to need. Just like Mason Mount, this is why I will say about Mason Mount when people give him a tough time. What people have got to take into consideration about Mason Mount. I agree to a degree that he shouldn't start all games. But the thing with Mason Mount, he's a Chelsea boy. He's come through the ranks. I think when Chelsea see that, they're thinking, he could be a captain maybe down the line if he's going to be staying around the football club for some time. And that's how they're looking at him. And I think the same thing would have been for Tomori. He'd have had good leadership skills had it all been bedded in at the time, and if he'd be given him the time to stay. But it looks like we're going to ruin that as well and let him go.
Yeah, silly. So what do you make of Frank Lampard press conference today? Did you watch?
Oh, very fiery, mate. You can see he's a man under pressure, can't you? You can just, I've never seen him actually react in that way before.
Yeah.
I think today he really gave, I think it was, what was the guy's name that asked him a question? Is it Twami, whatever his name is? I can't remember.
Yeah.
And he really goes, and I see reports like yours, it makes me, it's the way he said it. You know,
Yeah.
you could just sense he was really on fire. He was taking rubbish from anybody today. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's frustrating, and it is what it is. When you are a manager of a club like Chelsea Football Club, you're gonna have to face this kind of thing,
it's
and
pressure as well, isn't it?
yeah, especially when you don't perform. And then, Michael, put your radio off, please.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, the back noise, the background noise is kind of annoying.
How are you,
Yeah,
Michael? Are you all right?
yeah. Go ahead, Michael. Yeah, he's struggling with his mic right now. So
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm good. I mean, I'm just like today. I'm not really even like angry. I just wanted to come around and hear what you guys are saying and stuff like that. I mean, if Tomori, I mean, we just have to hope that Tomori shows Lampard. I just hope that Tomori shows Lampard what Lampard actually was missing this season in AC Milan. I just want him to prove to everyone why we believe that the guy can be our next, probably not John Terry, but future someone that can be in the team and a leader for us. So I'm happy for him going to Milan, and also for the Liverpool team. I'm so happy yesterday, but it does piss me off that it had to be Burnley to beat them. But I'm happy about the record ending because I mean they can't come and do what Chelsea did, 86 games unbeaten. So I'm happy that they bottled it yesterday. Looking at Liverpool's game was so poor. They had not they just didn't do, they just look like a team that has just been deflated. Like the Man United game actually affected them, and I was just happy that they lost the game and Chelsea can still keep this record.
You are giving credit now and you are giving excuses to Liverpool, but when we lose, you just get on Frank Lampard. Now you are defending. Oh, you understand.
I'm not a Liverpool fan. I'm a Chelsea fan.
I know. I understand, but you're giving credit to them and you understand their situation. But when we struggle with injuries and illness and what, you just get on Frank Lampard and Mason Mount and Jorginho.
Do you know why I get on Frank Lampard? Because he doesn't play the players that actually deserve to play. That's the only thing. And he plays players and he uses a system that doesn't work. That's the only problem I have with Frank Lampard. If Frank Lampard if we start picking up games, because now we have some decent games, we have Wolves, we have some decent games that we can actually win. And if Lampard doesn't win it, I mean, I'm sorry, but I have to come in and because she's being stubborn. If Billy Gilmore doesn't start playing, Billy Gilmore needs to start to play. You don't need to there's no more argument. Billy Gilmore is starting over Giorgio anytime, any day. But Lampard. That's one thing about me. That's the only reason I come here and I'm always bashing Lampard because it's different. The club tries different stuffs. He tries different stuffs. If it doesn't work, he switches it up. If the player ain't performing, you are not going to play in his team. Lampard knows the players that are not performing and deserves to be in the team, but Lampard wants to play them. So I just feel like if Lampard switches things up and start getting back to our old winning way, obviously we're Chelsea, we're a team that when we're winning, we praise the manager so highly. And we praise every single player, but the moment we lose, we start going crazy. This has always been a Chelsea thing. You're a Chelsea fan, you know what I'm talking about. That we switch up.
I know, man. I don't blame you. Listen, I don't blame you. I'm just opening, the door to debate here. But I know. I can't control people's emotion. We are different. We all support Chelsea. There are many people who don't like Frank Lampard. I respect them. They want him out. I respect them. But the problem with other people is that they don't respect my choice too. They think that I have always to agree with them. No, I support whoever I want to support. I have, you know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead.
The thing about Chelsea is that anyone that wants to support Chelsea, I hope you have your medical bills and medicine and stuff like that because that's this club for you.
Get your ambulance ready. Call your doctor.
Yeah.
Call your doctor before every game. Call your doctor and
I literally the Leicester City's game. I literally had Panadol and paracetamol at my side.
Don't do that.
Take something.
Don't do that. Don't kill yourself. This is just football. What do you have to say, DJ?
No, I mean, I have to say, Michael makes some very good, valid points. I mean, look, listen, I've always said it. I mean, I've always said it to you, Orgs, and I've said it to everybody that comes on that's heard me on this show before. I've got nothing but absolute respect for Frank Lampard for what he's done as a player, what he is as a legend of the football club. As I said, I've got the shirts I've got of his majority of my shirts I've got his names at the back of it. All right, because I've been a massive fan of his. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get Frank Lampard, the player. I remember him as the player, but now I'm looking as the manager and what he can do. Yes, he's got to learn. Yes, the job has come too early for him, I think. I think he needs to adapt his game a little bit more. I think he needs to make changes when he changes at the right time in matches. He needs to try different formations out. Look, when Pep Guardiola plays managers like Pep Guardiola, Luis Enrique, when they all started out, even the Nagelsmann, they all obviously started one way, and then they started to adapt to the system, right? And they started using different formations in games and when to change games. Now, Frank Lampard was doing that last year, but this year it seems like he's just not. It's like he's run out of ideas of what to do. And I think this is what when the players see that, and because sometimes you look at the players on the pitch, they seem lost as well of what they need to do. And I think if he can get his tactics right, if he can change up his game a little bit, I know he's done that lately with putting two at the front, which I thought was a very good move he did in the last couple of games. He did. I know he lost one of them, but against obviously in the FA Cup when we won that game, he changed it. We won it. I think against Fulham he did the same thing, but we were already 1-0 up when he did that. But if he can start doing that in all his games and making changes, I think he can go out to be a very good manager. But will it be for Chelsea at this time? That's the only question I have. That's the only question I've got.
Yeah.
The thing with me is that, can you guys hear me? Let me make sure. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing with me is that the two managers are actually bringing in, like the ones that we want, the Leipzig manager and former PSG manager. To be honest, I won't sit down and say, oh, I'm so thrilled that we're going for PSG's manager, but the fact that he's more experienced than Lampard is what, I'm like, okay, let's just go for him. Because at the end of the day, we need someone that is experienced with these players. Okay, thank you, Lampard, for bringing these players. But the fact is that he's so hell-bent this season, especially this season, like the season where people are still doubting you, but in a way, like still believing that Chelsea can have a chance to win the title. You're so hell-bent on playing one system. You're playing against Fulham. You still are playing the 4-3-3. It's immediately so immediately we scored. They're changing the system. Does that make sense? We're already winning 1-0. They're 10 men down. We're changing the system. You didn't play a different system against Man City that we needed to play. I mean, you look at the games. When you see Arsenal,
he doesn't choose his fight.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
He doesn't adapt to the opposition. Like he's gonna open up like crazy against Man United, or Man United or Man City. That's what I'm saying. Are you crazy or something? We have to be cautious. Depending on the team we're playing against. Just sit back, frustrate them a little bit. We have some quick players that can, run behind the defender and take an opportunity to score a goal and maybe close the shop. Just. See the game out and move to the next one and keep walking. I agree with you. with you in that point. But when we got that one chance, we don't score it. That's the problem. You get those chances.
That's the thing.
You hit the post.
With Chelsea,
Timo Werner doesn't score. It's every level, brother. It's not only about Lampard, fault or system. I don't know. Yeah, keep going.
No, do you know why I'm saying? Why? Do you know why I put it on Lampard? Let me give you guys why I'm putting it on Lampard. The reason I'm putting it on Lampard, you were playing Timo Werner left wing. 3 games already, Timo Werner didn't perform in 3 games in a row. That should tell you as a manager, I have to switch up this formation. This guy is not performing. I spent a lot of money bringing him to be scoring goals for us, and he has only scored. Aubameyang literally has 5 goals, and Timo Werner is still on 4 goals. That's how Lampard is to blame in every single team. It's not that you are playing the players. He knows the players that are not performing, and he still picks them. The only thing that I would sit down and say, Lampard, thank God that he's not doing is playing Alonso in the left back, like being forced to saying, let me play Alonso, because that would also kill Chelsea's season over. if you play Alonso and play Kepa. That literally does destroy our season. That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm saying, okay, Lampard is sitting down and saying, well, at the moment, Timo Werner isn't performing. You try something. I don't know. Even Tam Abraham, why not try and bring? I've said it. Give Tino Andrew a chance.
Listen, Michael. Listen. The problem is a very different positions when we interpret from our houses with somebody who is on the field, who sees those players every single week. So let's say you train as, you play as you train, right? So if in the training session, like Timo Werner have been killing it, Kai Havertz and all the guys are just performing good, and Frank Lampard goes, okay, well, you're going to play because you are training good. And I put you out there, you're not performing, you're not doing the same thing. How do you expect Frank Lampard to know in advance that such and such is going to flop? Let me give you another example. The last game we played that we lost 2-0. People start blaming Frank Lampard for playing Callum Hudson-Odoi. Can you believe it?
No, that's a joke.
Look at how people are flip-flopping all the time. Oh, Callum been playing a lot of games. He should have.
He performed.
But just one game, one poor game or couple of games, you have hard time and people start getting on your case. What's going on here?
Look,
I don't understand.
You know what? Like, like there are so many Chelsea fans that I feel like they started supporting Chelsea. I don't think they started supporting Chelsea the way some of us, like us here. You probably might have been supporting Chelsea before me. Me, I started supporting Chelsea 2003. I was literally a little kid. I remember when I was a little kid, my dad was watching a United game. I told my dad, no, switch the game. He switched the game to Arsenal. I literally was like, no. He now switched the game to Tottenham or is it Liverpool? I said no. The moment he put you in Chelsea, I was like, yes, this is the game. Since then, I've always been watching Chelsea. So there's so many Chelsea, the deluded Chelsea fans that come and sit down and say, oh, this player isn't performing because they played him in one game. When he even performed, it's not that they weren't passing balls to him. But the chances that he got, he actually looked like, okay, the chance that Christian Pulisic gave to him, he could have crossed the ball. But he wanted to take the chance and score. Because, okay, if he had crossed the ball, was Tam Abraham going to be there? And I don't think Tam Abraham was even going to get it. So, I mean, the boy performed for me. What I've been
I was surprised. People need to understand that players sometimes go some tough moment. They're not gonna score for a little while, but it doesn't make you a flop or it doesn't make you a great player just because you score in one goal. That is what people want now. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't feel like the present Chelsea fans are they don't say the people that talk the way they talk. They haven't been supporting Chelsea for the longest time. I'll probably put it not even up to a year. So maybe when they started supporting Chelsea, they were seeing the success that Chelsea had. They haven't seen also the time that we've had. Like, telling me the year we won Champions League wasn't our bad season. If this is how Lampard is going to do, because look at how we won Champions League. We finished 6th that season, right? And we still won Champions League and I think the FA Cup. So if that's what Chelsea is going to win, the Champions League and FA Cup, I mean, I'll forget everything Lampard did in Premier League this season.
Mentality, we don't have a mentality to go for the Champions League. Forget about it.
I just hope we can have it. We didn't have the mentality in 2000.
We don't have mentality. That's why I always tell you, it's not only about big names or skills. It's more than that. It's the mentality. Even Frank Lampard said it in a press conference, like, hey, it could be just 20%, your skill and your knowledge, and like 80% is about your determination, your fight, your energy, you know what I mean? So it's mental, but we don't have really the right mentality to go and win. You can't, I don't want to discourage you, but we're not gonna beat Atleti, are we?
I mean, I know already. You're not discouraging me.
Let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest.
I know. You're not discouraging me. I already know that. I already know.
Look how organized that team is. And Suarez is scoring for fun right now. I know they got eliminated.
Suarez and Llorente are going to design Chelsea.
I mean, it's going to be tough. I'm going to believe. I'm going to make a video, we're going to beat them. But inside me, I know that we don't have the mentality to do that. Maybe we're gonna wake up somehow and start winning games. It's
Yeah, I hope so, and I hope that Atletico Madrid too start having a bad form in
that's
their own
why
league.
that's why in the team sometimes we Chelsea fans we just like shiny names. We don't like those ugly bastards, those muscle men. We need those people. We need those people who would just do the job, the dirty
Yeah,
job. You know what I mean? N'Golo
yeah,
Kante from the French second division. You didn't know him, and the first season he destroyed the Premier League. So
straight out.
sometimes you just need somebody no name, okay?
Yeah,
No name
yeah.
from nowhere to do the job. But Chelsea, if now you say, oh, we are linked with somebody from, I don't know, if you can't even Google his name, people are going to say he's not the Chelsea level.
But
I
you know
remember.
what?
I remember when. Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you know what's funny? Like, to me personally, I don't know, maybe some Chelsea fans, but this season, like when we bought players, the only player I actually was like seriously excited like that will perform for us this season out of all the players that we bought together with the old ones that we have was Ziyech and Pulisic. That's not the only two players. I didn't even care about Timo Werner. I didn't care about Kai Havertz. Okay, I knew Thiago Silva was going to bring a leadership. Obviously, we didn't know anything about Edouard Mendy. Ben Chilwell too, we didn't know anything. We thought that, okay, we're taking a risk with him. But the only two players that I was saying that Pulisic, okay, isn't performing. Ziyech, for me, has performed. I don't care what anyone says.
For me, I wanted to see them, man. I was selling people Kai Havertz and Timo Werner like the second coming of Jesus. I told you guys. I told you how we're gonna destroy the Premier League. We're gonna win the league, the Champions League. Man, I have to take it because
this season is hard.
Yeah, I was.
Everyone needs to adapt. Everyone needs to adapt. And I feel like because they didn't have preseason. Okay, Timo Werner only had one preseason game and he got injured and he couldn't play like forward. Or was it ZH? I forgot one of them. So I just feel like maybe next season that we'll actually sit down. If this season is bad for Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, is next season that we'll actually judge them by their performance. I'm not sitting there and saying that
we need goals. We need goals.
Week in, week out.
Alex, can you hear me? Alex?
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah. So what do you have to say?
Not much really. Just coming on. Just been here what you guys been talking about, and I have a question for you guys. So, if we had to bring in either, let's say Lampard left in the summer or was leaving, who would Nagelsmann or would it be Nagelsmann or Tuchel to come in?
Tuchel, for me.
Okay, DJ. What about you, DJ?
I think Tuchel, but I'll give my reason why. But I'll let Alex go. I'll let Alex carry on with this question.
No. That was my question.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I think it will be Tuchel because if you look at the difference between the two managers, as much as I know Nagelsmann is going to be the next big thing, to a lot of clubs, all right. Let's just say we come to the summertime, right? Yeah, and a lot of these. Let's be honest. I think you're going to be seeing a lot of clubs making changes in the summer. He's going to have probably the choices of possibly Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester United, possibly Manchester City. Maybe this is a big maybe. I'm not saying it will happen. Maybe Liverpool. Okay, he's got the choice of those clubs. Who will he actually go to? For me. I think this is why we could be out the race for him because I think a lot of those other clubs will probably get him over us.
For me, can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
like for me, I don't want to sign any manager in a way. I'm always coming out and I'm bashing Lampard, but I don't want to sign any other player, any other manager because of if we sign another manager, let's be real, Mount's career in Chelsea is over. Cam Abraham's career in Chelsea is over. Billy Gilmore might probably never get a game. There's so many players that you can see that Lampard is trying to give them chances that their chances might not come again. Because I feel like if a new manager comes to Chelsea, I don't think he's going to be playing Mason Mount the way Mason Mount has been played. Even though he sees Mason Mount performing, his manager's choices and what they like. So I feel like if you bring Nagelsmann, obviously he's going to try and go to Leipzig and sign us 2-3 players from Leipzig. If we bring same thing with PSG manager, he's going to try and bring someone that can perform for him.
let me jump quickly here. I think the next manager, I think the Chelsea board are going to ask certain things to be done. You know, I don't think, and to be honest with you, Mount can make it in any team.
Yeah,
you can
definitely.
whatever you say, whatever you're gonna say about that guy, only managers can see what Mount is capable of doing on the field. Maybe he is not dribbling and doing all the tricks and all that, but Mount is going to be some players in the future. Mark my
His
words.
work
So
ethic is crazy.
yeah, I'm not afraid of Mount, and I think Billy Gilmore also is going to make it. I'm not sure about Tammy Abraham because he doesn't look that good now, but he can make it somewhere else. So what I'm saying is, if you bring Tuchel, and I'm from Paris, if you don't know, there my entire family,
nice.
my entire family is
Paris
like
Saint-Germain fans.
If you come here at home, you're gonna find a lot of jerseys of Paris and that. So over there we call him freestyling. You know, a freestyle. Like people don't like him in Paris because it was like, okay, pass the ball to Neymar and Mbappe and let them do the thing. And also he is very, very conflictual kind of a manager. He got to nerve of everybody in the club. The dressing room was shambolic. He got in conflict with owners and all that. So I don't really think that the club, but who knows, man? It's football. Anything is possible.
But do you know the thing with the two managers, the disadvantage with the two managers? Tuchel or Thomas Tuchel, his own is that he's in PSG. It's like, I don't want to disrespect Paris League or the French league, but anyone that coaches PSG literally win trophies. That's the only issue. He never really won the trophy PSG wanted. Okay, he got them to the finals, but he still lost the finals. And PSG, they wanted to win the Champions League.
You want him because of experience. Alex, what do you have to say? What is your choice, brother?
Like, so the past few days, like I kind of been talking with other people, and I kind of want Nagelsmann. So maybe give Lampard these 3 games that apparently it's been going around. Give him, see if you can turn around these 3 games. The problem is at the moment, I think, is there isn't really an interim manager to come in. That's why they're probably taking longer than expected. But yeah, if I was thinking, to get Nagelsmann in the summer, but yeah, I see. I'm starting to kind of like maybe turn my option to Tuchel, but it's one of those. Either one, I think, could be good. At least better than Lampard for now. So,
but I would say something.
Nagelsmann
too. Nagelsmann, like for me personally, I feel he's the Germany Pochettino, the manager that takes them to qualify Champions League.
He hasn't won anything. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's the risk with him.
Worries me.
That's the only thing, because he's like he's the Pochettino of Tottenham.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, bro. What I was going to ask, when Alex asked the question about why I was talking about the managers, the reason why I was saying about Nagelsmann is because the other thing I was also going to say is, like Frank Lampard. I mean, he's a great manager, and I know he's going to be an upcoming manager. But I think Chelsea are probably going to. It depends on what route Chelsea want to go down. If they're looking to get a serial winner in, he's not really won anything in his game as yet. Okay, whereas Tuchel has actually won something in the game. And going back to the situation of interim, Chelsea have actually said on their Fifth Stand app, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to read it, they've actually said that they're not actually looking to bring an interim in. What they're saying is they're looking to back Frank Lampard at least for the next couple of games. Yeah. And because if they do end up replacing Frank Lampard, it won't be for interim; it will be replaced full time. And the reason why I'm thinking it could be Thomas Tuchel. Do you know who Thomas Tuchel's agent is?
Who?
No.
Pini Zahavi.
Whoa.
Pini Zahavi, yeah.
And we know who he's, and we know how tight he's with Roman Abramovich, isn't it? So that's why I think that deal it could be him more likely that could come in, and he could be our next manager for that reason.
Guys, why aren't you talking about Allegri? Why don't we bring Allegri into this context?
I don't know about. I don't know. I guess, but
Allegri he's a good shout, but he for
he's
me
a TV manager.
Yeah, and he plays pragmatic football as well. With the players that we have in the team, do you think he's the kind of manager? If you look at our team as at the moment, we've got more attacking flair in our team.
Yeah.
Okay, more than defensive players. Do you think he'll be the kind of manager to come in and do it for us? I mean, I know he can play defense and attack. I get that. But I think with the players that we've currently got in the team at the moment, I think they're going to want to bring somebody in. If you also heard, they're looking to bring a German-speaking manager in as well. So that's why I'm thinking it may not be Allegri for that reason. Only because of the likes of Kai Havertz and Timo Werner.
Yeah, Abramovich.
I don't want Lampard out. That's all I will say. People can tell me.
I was going to say, like, I think Abramovich wants to get away from kind of this more pragmatic football and wants to kind of see more attacking football.
Attacking flair football, innit? Yeah.
I think Abramovich wants to see that. I think he's kind of had enough of kind of the more pragmatic football. And I think also it's kind of changing the ways of football is changing at the moment. Like, but I don't know, like it's gonna be interesting to see. But like even now, you know, if you think about it like this, I was having a chat with some of the people. So now Vardy, I think, is injured for the next couple of weeks. De Bruyne is out for
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Liverpool.
Okay, no, De Bruyne is injured for 4. Then he's injured for 6.
Liverpool can't score. The only team at the moment that can actually has a good chance of winning the titles is Man U. If
my God!
If Chelsea bring a new manager right now, for the next 2-3 weeks, top 4 can be back on and even trying to go and stay there because of the other team's injuries and kind of incapabilities. It can happen. I think.
I totally agree. Totally agree with Alex on that. That's a very good point. I totally agree on that.
You know, I'm seeing United's games. They have some couple of tough games. I hope that they can bottle it, and I hope that Chelsea can start picking up. And I also hope that Liverpool they're in a bad spell, and I think Liverpool's next game is Tottenham. It doesn't get any easier than that. Like, so I feel like, you know, so I just feel like now Chelsea, like, I know we're playing Wolverhampton beat us, but now we need to wake up because the couple of games we have, we should be getting everything. We should be getting points, be picking up the points because this season, we've had 10 different teams on top of the Premier League, 10 different teams. So why can't Chelsea get into it? We have to sit down and watch how United play.
Please. Michael, can you fix your mic, please?
Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, Mr. Silva.
Can you hear me now?
Silva, what do you have to say? Where are you from?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, brother. What's going on?
Yeah, I was from Nigeria.
Okay. What do you have to say, brother?
All I want to say is that, you know, I should advise to say Lampard should step out for now because if you continue with Lampard, I don't think we can even make top 6 or top 7.
Okay, so who are you gonna bring?
Mentality is very poor for the players. You know, we have a very good players.
Okay.
If other manager can have this kind of player in the team, I know they could have do better. Could have do better than this.
So who are you gonna bring right now? Who are you gonna bring, brother?
Bring
right now? For the rest of the season. Yeah.
For these players we have in Chelsea, I believe Thomas Tuchel can work on these players.
Okay. So,
he can work with these players.
And we can finish top 4. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Can I add something? Can I add something in what he said? I feel, do you know what one thing I will say that it's not like I've been contemplating and I've been seeing and saying this Lampard out. Obviously, if he loses again, look, I'm going to spike at him and stuff like that. But do you know why I will sit down and say we should still believe in Lampard? When we have 17 games unbeaten, we were sitting there saying Lampard is this, Lampard is that, Lampard is this. Let's not start backing out on him.
The performances weren't that good though.
But that's the thing. Like, look at Arsenal. When Arsenal were in their bad spell with Arteta, now Arteta's getting a little decent spell.
Yeah, because they had games against West Brom and Newcastle. That's why.
And they had game against Chelsea and they beat us. And we're
I
looking.
know, but yeah,
Because Chelsea,
Yeah.
we are Chelsea, so it
But-
doesn't
Yeah.
count.
We
It doesn't count.
Look, I just
It
believe that
doesn't
Lampard.
count. If you
Look,
win against Chelsea, it doesn't count anymore.
Lampard
Yeah.
is the manager for Chelsea. You guys think you guys say it's Michael saying this. Lampard is the manager for Chelsea. He just needs to stop with his attitude. His attitude is costing us games. His stubbornness is costing us games. Watch, if Lampard actually sits down and think about this, you would see we'll beat all these teams that literally beat us. The Man City, Liverpool, second leg, we will beat them. I still believe that we're going to beat them second leg. That's one thing I believe. So I believe that Lampard is just going to have to change his attitude and start gearing up for revenge, because we need to revenge back to all the things that messed Chelsea up this season in the losing side. So we just need to start revenging. I mean, that's all I want,
Michael,
revenge.
Like, I would love to have your I'd love to have your same opinion with you, but I just don't see it happening. Like, I think the problem is, that I think the reason why they haven't sacked him yet is because the points total from top four is not that much. It's only 5 points.
5 points.
That's why he hasn't been sacked.
Yeah, only I heard that
Any
since
other
December
season,
though. Only, but we keep losing.
If this was any other season, he would have been gone. And even the only reason why he's not sacked is because he's Lampard. Like, Lampard, great thing.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a great manager, but it's just too early for him. Like,
The Chelsea job's too early.
If this was Sarri, this was any other manager, it would have been gone out the door a month ago.
Yeah.
And
Are we now, like, who do you prefer under Sarri and under Lampard? Like, who would you actually prefer? Which game would you want to sit down and watch? Sarri's game or Lampard's game? If we were to say that.
Michael,
Sarri won in the Europa League, so I would say Sarri.
Yeah, Michael, your girlfriend wanna beat you up. She's yelling at you at the background. Okay. So what do you say? What did you say again between Frank Lampard and Sarri?
No.
Yeah, who do you pick?
I was saying that, like,
Frank Lampard, of course, for me, and you know the reason for me, Frank Lampard. But hey, I respect your opinion.
Back to what Michael could say, like, it's not kind of my opinion, but I was thinking about it is, if you think about it, so you can put in perspective like this. So last season, there was no managers, or there wasn't any manager that wanted to come to Chelsea with no money, with no many big players. Hazard left, and of all the coaches they had, Frank Lampard, we can build this kind of, let him come in, see what he does. And he ended up getting top four, overachieving. So the club thought, he's done this well, now let's put money on him and see how he does. So it's all become kind of a test for him. And then
we make some great acquisitions.
Yeah.
And then everything went down after the transfer window ban was like a blessing. Now,
to what Alex is saying, I have to say, when it's a similar situation to Roberto Di Matteo, isn't it? The difference is Roberto Di Matteo actually won as a Champions League and he won an FA Cup. And then what happened was he was given some money to go and spend to strengthen the team. He couldn't do anything in the Premiership that season. They sacked him and brought Benitez in to be the interim manager, and he won as the Europa Cup. Sorry. So it's the same situation with Lampard. The difference is Lampard his situation was he had no money to spend to bring players in. No other manager wanted to come to the football club, as Alex has said, and also the fact that is we obviously got, in that time. Obviously, we got to a cup final, got to the fourth spot. People were going on and saying, "Oh yeah, Lampard's he's got us there. He's the face of Chelsea. We're going to give him." It's all happened. Listen, as I said earlier on, I'm glad he got. I'm happy he got the job, but it came too early for him. I'm not saying he shouldn't be our manager for good. All I'm basically saying is maybe, just maybe now. I know at this moment in time, Celtic have got issues at the moment. Maybe he could go up there. Challenge Steven Gerrard in the league there, win a couple of cups and some tournaments up, then come back, and then we can welcome him back to Chelsea, and he can start winning things for us.
Guys, call me crazy.
I'm just worried for the game against Madrid. That's the only thing.
Guys, call me crazy, but should we go back? Call me crazy, but I'm thinking about this thing. We need a winger. Should we go back and get Hazard on loan? I mean, I'm sorry,
No,
but
no, no, no,
I want that.
no, 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 no.
Not
Let's
the way
get him
he's
on loan
looking.
and see what he does with these players.
Michael, have
I'm
you seen
telling
him?
you.
Have you seen him, bro? Have you seen? There was a picture that was sent out on Twitter the other day of
That's
him
fake.
him and Zidane. Okay, and the way Zidane was looking at him, and they were showing a picture of him on his at his backside, literally, and saying how big it is. And Zidane's looking at him like this.
Michael,
It was like that, bro. Yeah, it was like that. And I'm like, no, he can't.
Do you know? I'm so annoyed that
Honestly.
Real Madrid came
They ruined
and
his
took
career,
Hazard
mate.
from us. They came and
ruined
took.
it. It got ruined.
That's what I'm
Took
saying. Like,
160 mil.
it's so annoying that
Literally.
PSG came and it's so annoying that Real Madrid took him away from us and turned him to this crappy player.
Oh,
This is someone that literally was the best winger in the Premier League.
He
He's
was.
hardly even playing. They're even thinking of. I think I'm seeing something that they're trying to loan him out. The team is trying to loan him out. So
Seriously,
I just
they
feel
want
like
to loan him
Real
out?
Madrid killed his career.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was saying that they were trying to loan him out. I'm like, are you joking me? The guys came.
But do you think if he was to come back to Chelsea alone, do you think he could be like a big personality that might overrule Frank Lampard, whatever he wants to do, and Lampard might not want to take him back?
Well,
he'll bring some sort of leadership. There's something
definitely that.
He'll bring competition to Pulisic. That's something Pulisic will even learn more from him being there. That's why I'm saying, like, that's why I'm so angry with Tammy Abraham. The fact that you have a striker that is so underrated, but he's a proper striker.
Sorry, Michael. Mr. Silva is very shy to talk, to cut people off. So can we just give him, time? Mr. Silva, what do you have to say?
What I want to say is still about the situation of Chelsea right now.
Are you going to take Hazard? We're talking about Hazard back on loan. Are you going to take him back on loan? Eden Hazard.
Hazard?
Yes.
Eden Hazard? It would be very good. It would be very, very good for that if you can accept that for Chelsea.
Okay.
So
so what else do you want to say?
So if they cannot take Lampard out of Chelsea, you can still continue, but let him work in midfield. We have a good attackers, we have a good defender right now, but the midfield.
You're having some issues with your mic. So we're gonna go around because we have like 4 minutes to go. Let's start by Alex. You wanna say the last word for today's show, brother?
The way I want to end it is that last season, when Lampard started, since last season to now, we've gotten worse. And the funny thing, we spent over 250 million, and we're actually worse than last season. How does that make sense?
So good.
How does that make sense?
Because it takes time to gel.
How does that make any sense? And
it takes time to gel.
6 points. Like it doesn't make sense. That's the only problem. But yeah, anyways, that's all I have to say.
Okay, so
can I say my team if I go, Uggs?
Huh? Yeah.
Let me say something if I go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The only thing I'll say is that since Chelsea clearly can't beat a team that starts with the letter L, that is a strong team. I mean, we're playing Luton on Saturday or Sunday, so I think that's our quality at the moment. So Chelsea, let's beat Luton and wait to probably beat Barnsley or something like that. Since we can't beat a team that is called Liverpool or Leicester City that has a big name to them, let's go beat the quality that we think we can actually beat. I mean, so I just want to say that Chelsea win the FA Cup and get your priorities straight, and let's get 3 points against Wolverhampton. And from there, let's just progress, because at the moment, it ain't it. And still Lampard in. You guys, please support Lampard. I know that if he messes up, I'm going to bash him. That's my character. But I'm still Lampard in because of the players that he's giving opportunity. And I feel like any new manager that comes, I'm sorry, but I don't feel like Mason Mount to be a priority in Chelsea again. People can sit down and say I'm joking, but I just feel that's me personally to me. So
all right, Michael. I will see you later, brother.
Yeah, you guys have a nice day.
Thanks.
Oh,
all right,
I just
DJ.
Want to say, so
yes.
I just wanted to say, I'm gonna leave now, but big
yeah,
up
sure.
To, I've been to the Green for the Green Turf YouTube channel. I've been watching it since I had like 2K subscribers. So
Wow, thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for your support.
And
You've been there during my craziness because I can be crazy sometimes.
I was one of the first guys. I think I donated you. I think this was maybe
wow.
1.5 years ago.
Alex, man, thank you so much, brother. Anytime, man.
No worries.
DM me or something so we can make some shows.
For
you know,
for sure. No worries.
No problem.
I'll see you guys in a bit.
Take it easy, Alex. Nice speaking to you, bro.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
God bless. Yeah. All right, DJ, what do you have to say, brother?
Hey, listen. I will say one thing. I wouldn't mind taking Hazard back if it comes. If it even means a loan move, then brilliant. He might be able to actually not only really might be able to get the best out of Pulisic and also Hudson-Odoi. I think it'd be good to have around if it's a loan move. If Madrid let him go on loan. As for our game on Sunday, I'm going obviously for a Chelsea win as always to win. Yeah. I'm backing my players. I'm backing Lampard still. I'm not Lampard
until
out,
he get this.
I'm backing him. I'm backing. And I just want. I've just read that. I was just reading the toxicity coming out on Kai Havertz and Timo Werner. I think people have got to realise, these are. I mean, especially Kai Havertz. He's a top young generation player. People are going around saying, did he regret ever coming to Chelsea? Did he ever regret coming to Chelsea? Okay, I've said no. I think he's had COVID this season. I think we're not going to see the best of him until next season.
I agree.
I think we can go on to have a good run still, and hopefully we'll finish. I hope we'll finish in the top 4 still.
Top 4. Good luck. Good luck. Okay. Hey, baby.
Okay, bro.
All
nice
right,
chatting to you as always, Augs. Peace out. Take care.
No
mate.
problem. Take care.
Thank you for having me on the show. Cheers, bye.
Bye. Okay, Mr. Silva, do you want to say something quickly, Mr. Silva? Mr. Silva, 1, 2, 3. Your mic is very, very funny, brother. Maybe next time. Everybody, thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Maybe tonight if I have time, or tomorrow morning. God bless.